Greetings, Royal Queens and Kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited that you all are here on this evening because we have a lot to cover. Listen here, first we are going to start off with, let's see, TMO takes over, the spirit of lemon and the young man's dilemma. In today's explosive video episode, tension hit a boiling point during the sound check. Our host dives into the chaotic TMO takeover as the spirit of resilience battles to voice her grievances. Watch as Jay Wilson steps into the fray, bringing a ray of civility amidst the storm. What sparked this uproar? Why does it matter? Join the conversation as we unpack the drama, reflect on the community, and share powerful insights that you won't want to miss. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for the latest updates on the debates around here. Okay, so listen here. We had TMO out here doing the most, y'all. TMO has been on this campaign. She's so upset that Pastor and Queen Tulsa are back together. This woman has been on rant. She has been raving about me and this man and how we have been interacting. And my thing is, TMO, you are not, this is my thing. Let me just say this first and foremost. TMO, you cannot get in between what me and this man has. You are out here saying that, you've been fighting all these years and you've been supporting all these people and they not showing up for you. Now, what we have together is what we have together. And I'm just going to be real. You all take all this too serious. This is a show, is lights, camera, action. It's time to roll. And listen here, I appreciate him. But I want to get into this Lemon situation because y'all have been, this was about Lemon. The reason why TMO is in this title was because this was about us finding out why was MJ's rear end wet. This was us trying to figure out why is it that Lemon chooses to hang around these younger gentlemen. I mean, he's 35 or 30, almost 40. So he's like decades older than these guys. So he has a lot of wisdom. And when you talk about the way that he treated Shakim in Las Vegas, I was trying to let y'all know then that Lemon has a serious problem that he has on his hands. And that was only that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning, y'all. And then we have people out here trying to discredit my name and my reputation. TMO. Been out here trying to ruin my reputation because Pastor and I are back together. And it's not like we are back together, girl. We were just doing content. Everything is content. If it's out here, we're making it content. So I don't think that anybody needs to be upset. I don't think anybody needs to be in their feelings. And why is my camera not coming on? Okay. I don't think that anybody needs to be upset. I don't think that anybody needs to be in their feelings. What he and I have together is magic. But we have to get back on Lemon and all these spirits that he's letting into his home. When we think about wine and spirits, I think about the liquor store. I think about the store that holds adult beverages. They say wine and spirits. There are spirits on there. And guess what? Let's just think about it. You go in there, you purchase your spirits, on good terms, but Lemon is purchasing spirits that have been stolen. Lemon is purchasing spirits that have been stolen. These spirits have been stolen by someone else, and he's paying half price on these items. He is broadcasting on his live show that, hey, I have MJ coming over here. MJ just went to the store and he just boosted. MJ just went to the store and he stole, and now he's going to bring the products over here, and now I'm going to partake and give him half of the money of what the people that was selling it in the store was selling it for. That's exactly what he did. Do we feel that it's right? No. But Lemon is really making the prosecution's case very easy for him because, for one, it's coercion. Why are these boys going out here? Because they know that you going to give them the cash money so he can go and fund his habit. And it's not like that you don't know, or you're just a stranger on the street, or you're just a civilian, a citizen out. You're just in passing. He say, "Hey, sir, do you want to buy this?" You say, "Hey, that's a great item. What just cost for it?" Okay, well, you just give me $10. Okay, that's fine, right? You don't know that it's stolen, but Lemon, you know for a fact that this man has went out and shoplifted and took these items, and now they're up for sale. Not even that. You not only had we gotta get in close, y'all, get in close. Because not only did Lemon's mother complain about his antics and his shenanigans, we got the neighbor. I think she's either from downstairs or next door. She said, "Listen here, you are way too loud. I don't get up until about 12. This lady is sleeping on government assistance. She's over there like Castro. And sorry, Castro, you have to caught her straight. But listen here, this woman is like Castro. She gets a fix. She's on fixed income. She gets SSI or SSDI or whatever it is that they get. But Lemon's neighbor, who is on SSDI, says, "Listen here, brother, I'm going to need you to tone it down. Take that volume down, okay? Because you are over here." This is for the elderly. And that is what leads me to believe that is his mother's place, and they are in subsidized housing. They are on housing. Mhm. And then when you say that you are going to let a perfect stranger from the outside come into a house where your mother lays her head, it lets me know that you're not wrapped too tight, or everybody in that house is getting high. Everybody allegedly is in that house getting high. You hear me? Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Not only do we have mama in there complaining, saying, "Baby, please cut that down. I'm trying to get me some rest. I gotta work. I'm the only one working up in here. I know you got your YouTube channel and stuff like that, and you bragging and boasting because the last time you showed your employment or your check of the money that you've received in your cash app was about $10,000. Okay, so somebody's high is getting fed. Okay, there is some type of golfs that's going on over there. There is some type of after parties that is taken on over there. And guess what? We were over there speaking about what happened to MJ and why was his rear end wet. We had TMO over there trying to make it about her. Uh-huh. We've got, and this makes me feel so sad because to be outed as a crackhead, right? To be outed as a crackhead or whatever substance that MJ is suffering with, I don't feel like it was an opportunity for Lemon to ask that man to go in there and lay in that bed. You done laid in here on this sofa. Hey, YouTube cameras. Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much for the redirect, girl. Yes. Now listen here. I don't feel like it was appropriate for this man to say, "Listen here, it seemed like y'all done made it from the living room, and now you over here. Now you want this man to get up in your water bed. Now you want him to get over here up in your water bed. Okay? Yes, please like this video, ladies and gentlemen. Get on up in here and like this video. Get on up in here and like this video. Now you got this man over here in your water bed. Dude, let me got a water bed because why is this man wet? And where was Creed at? Is Creed supposed to be out or is Creed supposed to be in a room? Why didn't he lock Creed up and they just kind of hang out in the living room? What was going on? What did they both participate in? Because listen here, birds of a feather flock together. You get what I'm saying? There is no way that I'm going to see a man. Listen here, I'm outside, y'all. I'm outside. Now, just imagine I get up out here and say, I see somebody walking down the street. Oh my God, man, you look so toe up. Can you come on up in my house? Come on up in here. Come on up in here. I want you to sit on the sofa. Okay, we're going to sit on the sofa. Now I want you to go to the bed. Now, what do y'all think my husband is going to think when I bring another man up in our bedroom? What do y'all think is going to happen with my 1, 2, 3? We got 123 million people up in here. Let's see 123 million likes. Okay, let's get into it. You said not waterbed. Yes, it's giving waterbed because, it's like, okay, I don't know. I don't think that Mr. Man was wet in that living room. I don't think Mr. Man was wet in that living room. I think that Mr. Man was being serenaded. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was like that, let's get you to feeling good. Okay, okay, so you're feeling good, so you can't drive right now. Okay, well, where's that Taylor Port at? Where that damn Taylor Port? Okay. Okay. Mr. Man brought out that Taylor Port here. Have yourself, how yourself. Get the feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you and your girl, y'all going through an effort. Listen, you can be here tonight. I don't care. My mama at work. She'll get off to about what? She got another about 2 hours. You good? You here? You can chill. You can relax. This is your domain. I apologize for that woman disrespecting you, but you here now. You safe. You safe up in here. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. We got Creed who's gonna protect us. You know what I'm saying? Listen here, homie. It's all good. I've been there, done that. I had a girl. This man ain't had a girl since 1995. This man ain't had a girl since 1995. Let's get into that. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you. Yes. You said that MJ was playing with Creed. That MJ was playing with Creed. Now, listen here. Now, y'all already know I'm an animal lover. I love my dogs and things like that. Do y'all think really somebody is going to come over here and put my dog in a chokehold and I ain't going to lose my marbles? Are you kidding me? This man sat up there and was acting like everything was cool over there. Like, no, 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 no. If it was something going on, it was something going on. But he was too easy. Creed wasn't in no danger. That man was high. That man was over there talking to the television. So if he was over here talking to the television, why would you think that he would put your dog in jeopardy? That man was over there talking to Creed and Creed's friends. Okay, his cousins in them. It was Creed, it was his cousin, it was his auntie, it was his nieces and his nephew. Listen here, he didn't do that. I don't believe that man had put his hands around Creed's neck. You cannot listen here. The way that Lemon is so extra and he's so violent and he wants to get a moment, I don't believe that happened. Yes, listen here. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Lemon is being phased out of the YouTube. People have come. Listen, Lemon, I'm going to tell y'all, it's gotten so bad to where Lemon is begging Sweet Pea. He's begging everybody, anybody that he see drop down in this chat, don't drop down in this chat because he's going to guilt trip you. He's going to say, please come up here. Please come up here. Please come up here. Y'all hit the link. Y'all hit the link. Nobody is interested in hitting the link with a man that has no excuse of why this young man's booty hole was wet. It was his booty hole. Yes, he was wet in the panties. He had some satin in his panties. The man was moist. It was wet. And I don't think that we need to take this lightly. If you woke up wet in the back end, at the back door, who was knocking at your back door? Who was knocking? Who was trying to get in? Were you trying to get through his back door? Did you politely try to eat out his back door? You wanted him to lay in the bed. Is this something that he would usually do? Is it? This is my thing. This is like, what recipe is this coming from? Whose recipe is this? Who taught you this? We have to get into the nitty gritty. We have to take it back to his predatory behavior when he was straddling Shakim. Are you straddling these guys? Are you trying to say, hey, let's wrestle? The way that he was straddling, oh my goodness. The way he was grinding. The way he was grinding. The way that he was grinding on Shakim. It was given like they was doing that Pretty Ricky video. Grind on me. Baby, just take your time with me. And if I feel like if Ness didn't have that camera out, baby, they would have had an intimate moment. I feel like they would have had a kiss. But Lemon's breath was stinking. Lemon's breath was stinking. Lemon ordered his grill off of TMO and his breath was stinking. They would, listen, them cheeks would have been clapping. But see, no shade to KRN. And y'all know how KRN is missing that side tooth over there, like he been on what they trying to say the MJ is on. Because child, they say the people that be on, Lord forgive me. I don't know why I'm saying this. You know what? He got that missing tooth, and I don't know if his mouth is stinking. See, this is the thing. Can y'all let KRN know? He needs to have him some chewing gum and let Lemon know too. Lemon needs to go visit the dentist, first of all. We're going to get on Lemon. Lemon, you please need to go to the dentist. It's giving gingivitis, halitosis, and a can of bounce that ass all in one. It's a lot going on. And the way that you was breathing on Shakim's neck, I feel like Shakim was really in fear. But I feel like Shakim liked that. See, Shakim was giving Castro. See, Castro would have loved being in that position. Oh, you straddling me, daddy? Oh, you want me to take that? You know, that be the type of time that they be on. But y'all have to understand, these are roles that these people are playing. So stop getting upset because these are volunteers. These are no victims. They are volunteering to say, yeah, baby, click that video. Go live. Because Castro be over there, sitting over there. And Tommy's like, baby, can I go live? And he said, yeah, baby, go ahead, go live. I'm going to sit over here. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to be here. I'm going to love you. I'm going to continue to be bringing you them natural eyes, baby. We need to amp it up, okay? We need them to feel sorry for me. So I need you to go in. This is the conversations that they have before they go live. Right? So now we got Tommy out here riding around on some bald-headed ass tires. Tommy is out here riding around on some bald tires, screeching. Oh Lord. Y'all, I was hoping that that car didn't flip over. Y'all do not go out here riding on no bald tires, especially in the rain, because you will collide with somebody. That is not safe. I don't know why Tommy felt like it was cool to go out today, well, yesterday, and try to use his daddy's military discount. He was like, well, let me give you the last four of his social. Sweetheart, you're going to need an identification, baby. And if you have a driver's license, it's going to be on there. These people are hip to the game. But let's get back over to Lemon, because that's what Lemon likes to do. He likes to deflect. He likes to make it about everybody else, except for his predatory behavior. Eli, y'all send some prayers up to Eli, to MJ, and to the whole neighborhood, because the whole neighborhood is at risk. Yes. Oh, listen. Lemon does not have a care in the world. He has this fetish of, like, he has a particular type. He likes you fit. You've got to have a six pack. You've got to be thin. You've got to be thinner than him. You've got to be thin because he want to be able to overpower you. So if you ever get up out of hand, if you ever think that you're gonna run your mouth up in his house, you are gonna meet a knuckle sandwich. Okay, and see, he's a heavy type of guy. He doesn't like to take showers. He might hang out in his blue shorts for about 3 or 4 days, so you know he's giving off funk. Okay, he calls it. Child, let me light me another cigarette. I wish. Can y'all please hit my cash up here? I'm gonna put my cash up. I need a cigarette fund. Lolo didn't hit his cash up. It's 222. Shout out to that. Today is Sunday, June 20. Sunday is June 8th, 2025, and the time when I looked at it was 2:22 p.m. Central. Let me put my cash up in here because we need some donations. We would love a piece of donation if you all can contribute. Yes, I want to get some sexy outfits. I would love to dress up for you all. I feel like my appearance, and I would love to get me some more hair. Yes, and I think that you all would love to see me dressed up real nice and sexy and seductive, giving my commentary. Yes, I believe so. And listen, I do have an Amazon wish list. Let me go ahead and drop that as well. Y'all, please get over there to my Amazon wish list and please support me. I'm out here trying. I'm out here thriving and surviving. Yes, I am. And make sure to catch me on Queen Sheba tomorrow. We will be covering the Diddy story. Yes, we will. I'm so excited about it. Give me 1 second, Queen Sheba. What live? Let's see. Queen Sheba. She's here on YouTube. Uh, Queen Sheba Darling is her name on YouTube. Queen Sheba Darling. Yes. All right, let me find my Amazon wish list and I'm going to drop it in the chat. Oh, I just found it. I sure did. And if you guys can please support my Amazon wish list, I would really, really, really appreciate it. Yes, I do. All right, let's get back into the content. All right, so when we get to, that's my cash app, and then that's my, oh no. My wish list is on my channel. So what I'll have to do is I'll just have to refresh it. But anyway, let's get back to the content. So I just kind of feel like justice for those guys over there. And listen here, MJ said that he's on probation. So MJ has a probation officer. He said that he has to go to probation and he has to take, I don't know if he has to take, the test or whatever, but I do feel like these people are in harm's way. Like, to be honest, Lemon, I don't trust you. I really don't trust you. Like, I just don't have faith in you. I just, oh my goodness. You all, and I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart, and this is a trigger warning. The way that that man expressed himself, that young man expressed himself, it made me feel a certain type of way about Lemon. It did. It made me feel like you are taking advantage of this young man. You are um abusing your power. I just feel like you have a good thing going on, but I feel like the alcohol usage that that look, 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 the alcohol usage that Lemon consumes, I feel like it makes him not really have a good judgment. And I feel like that if he would take off, you know, some of the layers of that, maybe like doing it on the weekend, when he's off, or if he is, maybe have like a cocktail hour or maybe like a happy hour or something like that. But, you know, it just enforces bad life habits when we talk about health. Health is wealth. And when you do all that, drinking is not really good for you all. And I don't care like how old you are, like too much of something can really take you to another place. And as we can see, he does not make good judgment. He's over here. Um, the victims have come forward and said, this man has touched me and others. Is that the type of reputation that you want to have? Are um, brands going to want to connect with somebody that has allegations of touching someone inappropriately? So when we talk about a business, because he said, I forgot who it was. I believe it was the Tea Lounge, and I don't know if it was her or not, but someone had asked, "Well, what is your plan in 5 years?" He's like, "Oh, I'll have these brand deals. I'll be running my business, my this, that, and the third." But do he realize that people will pull up old clips of what he said, and that right there could end all of his brand deals. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and sound off and get their opinion on any of the content that we discussed tonight. My heart really goes out to the victims, the survivors, those that are out there that may not be aware of DV and this is what's going on. And if you look in our description, there will be resources in the description. So if anybody would like to um, take a moment to go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe. And we did go ahead and post the link if anybody wants to come up and sound off. The link is definitely available to anyone that would love to come up and sound off. We would love to have anybody sound off. We have Norris Tony in the building. Hi, Norris Tony. How are you doing? Yes. Mhm. We're over here and we're speaking on. Oh, let me go ahead and give my commentary on TMO. So with TMO, TMO wants to be noticed. She wants to be liked. She wants to feel validated. She wants people to side with her and go with her agenda when she's out here really playing both, and if not both, all sides of the field. She's not to be trusted. She's then took a bone. She's then carried a bone. She's been known to be a bone carrier. She's been known to be messy in the past. And I feel like she goes on these rants. She talks really, really, really fast. And I wish that she would spend more time talking about her husband or spending time with him, because I don't think I've heard her, really blast and boast about, the good times that she has with her husband is mainly with like the gay men that, she follows around, and, she's always in their business here on YouTube. I mean, from observation, and there's nothing wrong with being a, yag hag, but I mean, I never hear her speak about her husband. I speak about my husband all the time. My husband has been a part of my content. Can we clock that part? Clock that T. So once again, in the words of Pastor, the girls are not well, and the girls are looking for a moment. Yes, yeah, yes, absolutely, Simone. Yes, get into it, work it. If anybody's in here, I want you guys to come on up. Hit my link, please. Yes, I am begging you. I'm begging, 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 begging. Yes, I'm begging, 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 begging for somebody to hit my link. I would love for somebody to hit my link right now. It would make me feel so good. Yes, it would. I'm not going to lie to you. It would make me feel so good if somebody would hit my link. Yes. All right. We're going to go on a quick music break because we have to pay the bills. We'll be right back after these messages, you know? And one thing that I do want to say is for those of you all that did show up in reference or on behalf of YouTube cameras, I really want to say thank you so much. DJ, here, let's go ahead. Our DJ, we have a new DJ in the building. Yes, I'm really enjoying this new DJ. Listen here. He is amazing. He is sexy. You know, this DJ over here, he's like so sexy. I'm feeling so sexy. You want to know why I'm feeling so sexy is because you guys are here. That's why. Let's get into it. Let's go. Heart of a Woman by Summer Walker.
Question is why I do the things I do. Answer I may never find, but I'll always choose you. Wanna give up on you, but I know I can't. I put the blame on me for giving you chance after chance. I love what you can't stand, and I try to be strong, but how much can I put your words on your life this time? And I hope you ain't lying, 'cause only the thing that is saving you is the heart of a woman. Say I'll be going down.
All right. Yes, yes, yes. Listen here. The only thing that's saving you is a heart of a woman, a woman's prayers. And I just want to acknowledge all the women out there that are making it happen, that are really making a difference in the world. Um, I really want to say that you may not get all the acknowledgement or praises that you deserve. But we here at the Queen Tulsa Show definitely want to give you your flowers on a daily. You know what I'm saying? So let's just make that clear. Tori91 says, "Hey, Queen Tulsa, Maz and Chat. I'm just here listening since it's late." Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Ramama Fifi, YouTube cameras. Tori91, hey. And guess what? We got some guests in the building. We got Real Mama Fifi up in the building. Real Mama Fifi, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling today?
Oh, I've been watching the rioting in Los Angeles. The
Oh no.
rioting, yeah, I've been
We're
watching that.
rioting right now?
Uh, yes, they've been doing it all day. They don't call the National Guard out there.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, they was protesting in D.C., Los Angeles. It has been a day. At one time, I would have been out there with them, but now I try not to be around too many people, a crowd like that. I plan
Yeah.
on going out celebrating Juneteenth, though. I'm gonna do that. I always do that because um that's our 4th of July, 6/19/85. So I go out and celebrate that. I will be out here with the people. Yeah, I was waiting for you to get in touch with me, girl. I kept trying to catch up with you so we can do that um, video about using Narcan correctly. So,
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. This is the show right here.
oh, okay.
Okay, so Real Mama Fifi, go ahead and give a brief introduction of who you are and how you serve in the community and how you are celebrating Pride Month here at the Queen Tulsa Show.
I, I'm just the terror of the old terror or terrorist, either one, of the beef sector. Um, I've settled down, a lot. And in my earlier years, I worked in healthcare, so I watched the video with uh, Tulsa went to pick up Narcan, and I told her that I would be willing to speak on that in terms of the proper use of it. It's a simple thing, but a lot of people overlook the second step, which is regardless of whether or not you used it and the person came around, you still need to call 911 because the drugs may rebound in your system, come back out. Certain things like benzoids or Xanax, and I don't think opiates do that, but I might be incorrect. It's the potential. That's why you have to call, or you encouraged to call 911 after use. And you want me to continue? Hello? Okay. Uh, Tulsa? Tulsa. Can you all hear me? Maybe not. Tulsa, what happened? Hello? Tulsa?
Okay, Real Mama Fifi, you still there with me?
Yes, I was wondering where you were.
Yeah, I have to go get the thing, the Narcan.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I'm gonna put up my banner. Do you want to come on camera so you can show them, what it is? So
Yeah, that'd be good. You could,
I'm gonna put up my banner, and if you have to put you on a headscarf or something like that, um, yeah, I think this is for educational purposes, and we gotta be able to help one another if we find one another in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can play all day, but when it comes to something serious, like, you know, it's serious.
Yes, and Narcan is something everyone should get. It's free. You most places you can go to the health department or the fire. Where I live, you go to the fire stations and they will give it to you. Um, so Tulsa, you actually have it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, come on camera with me so you can show
Uh-uh.
yours.
Girl, not tonight.
Okay,
No, not
okay,
tonight.
so I'll put mine on.
Okay,
So,
so they can
this
see.
yeah, so this is the box that it comes in, right? So
Yes,
you have a packaging, and then you've got this.
and that's the actual Narcan canister or cartridge, which you put in your hand and you use it just like a nasal spray. You take, you push down on it. Well, they come sealed, so most people it's really best not to open it until you need it. But like I
Yeah.
said, it's something everyone should have because I actually had to use mine. I've been carrying mine for a few years, and I
Hmm.
actually had to use mine out in the public. Even though the guy was pissed off, he had OD'd, he was on drugs, and when he came to, he was pissed. He told me I messed up his high, but he was unresponsive. And when I heard this girl screaming, I went over there to see what was going on with my nosy self. And she said he OD'd, so I pulled a Narcan out, opened it out in the package, put it between two fingers. It's like it's a push action. You push it into the nostril. It can only go but so far, and you push out one spray. You wait a few minutes if he don't come around, and even if he do, you might still need it.
Hmm.
You push it again in the other nostril. It's two sprays in each
Oh,
yeah, in each
yeah, because
package.
this is four. It says 4 milligrams, so I'm thinking, so 1 2 milligram and 1 2 milligram in this one. So that
Yeah,
would
it's
be
usually
milligram.
yeah. So like I said, you just push it up your nose as if you putting in or the person's nose as if you putting in a nasal spray, and usually they will come around. Unless well yeah, they'll come around unless it doesn't work on the zombie drug, the drug that got eating people's skin up, the day or the ketamine. I don't believe it works for that either, but it works for opiates and benzoids. So Pert, heroin, methadone, or what's another benzoid? Things that are in the class with Xanax, Clonopin. It'll work
Hmm.
for that too, because if you mix in two drugs, which a lot of times people do have more than one drug on board,
Right.
not all the time, but most of the time. So, like I said, it usually works unless they have used something else that's not in those groups. Cause
Yes.
and yeah, it won't bring
And
them
then let's
around.
just
But
do this. But in that case of, and the reason why we are bringing this to you all's attention is because a fellow content creator here on YouTube, there was conversation that somebody had OD'd at his place, and had he had one of these and knew how to work it, because they were saying that he grabbed water, right, Mama Fifi?
yeah, no water don't do anything but wet you. Yeah, I had to go turn something off. It was bugging me. Yeah, water didn't bring nobody around. If he actually OD'd, and everybody know who you're talking about, just go ahead and name the name. It was
Yeah,
a conversation that was overheard on Lemon's panel where the guy that was at his house said that he was I mean, someone said that the guy had OD'd and he was foaming at the mouth. Water wouldn't bring him around. Don't run for no water. And after you use it ain't gonna do nothing. You have to call 911. It's
mhm.
always best because, like I say, you have certain drugs
So
that
listen, so
have a
what you're saying is once you use this, you call 911. Like don't sit around, don't wait. You Once you use this on that person, you dial 911, right, real Mama Fifi? Because they gotta go and get checked out.
Yes, that's correct. It's very important. That step people leave out, and also people may want to they may want to leave. You can't restrain no one, and you don't have to worry. The Good Samaritan Act would cover most people because and in most states, I don't know which all the states I've lived in, you're covered by the Good Samaritan Act. You're trying to help somebody, so you're covered. But I think it's a humanity thing. You should help someone if you have something, and it can't help If they go out, it can't help. It can't hurt not to try it. I really think that, and like I say, everyone should have it and carry. Um,
Well, I went out and I got this for free at from my doctor's office, and it's totally free. I went, they gave me a prescription for it. They got it in my name, but I got it because I wanted to do like a show and tell. Like, okay, it's real stuff going on, but
yes, it
when
is.
he yeah, when he said that old boy had OD'd, now I can keep this around just in case. I live off of a busy street and anything could happen, you know. And now I know, okay, one pump in one nose, I mean in one nostril, one pump in the other nostril, but all the while I'm gonna tell somebody or myself 911. 911. We need to get 911 because they need to go and get checked out because even like when you go to the doctor and maybe get a shot in your hip for pain or something, they'll have you wait for like 15 minutes to see if you have a reaction.
And yeah, and a lot of people, you'll be surprised how many people OD in their cars. Um, in the job that I had, they would bring people in who had OD that happened more than enough in their cars, outside their job, on their lunch break, and many of them have been angry because I usually work the ER. I'll say that's enough. But I worked the ER, and I saw more than enough people come in that actually got mad when they administered Narcan. Back then, Narcan wasn't out in the community, but the drugs have gotten so bad that I think everybody should have it. If you know somebody that uses drugs, encourage them to get it. It's free and it may save their life, you know? Because we know our family members or friends that have, used hard drugs. And I think it's best. Someone probably never thought about it, but it's best to use it. Now, that stuff they have in Philly, I can't think of that street, but it's where everybody hang out, and they are using a drug. Um, one that came from, it started with a K. It's
Oh,
from,
ketamine.
no, not the ketamine, but ketamine, which is actually uh animal tranquilizer. A lot of people are used. That's what Musk has been on. He's been on it under doctor care, he said, but it's only supposed to be for short term use, not long term. It's supposed to treat, a lot of drugs have what they call off label or off brand use, and ketamine is one of them. It's an animal tranquilizer, but it's also approved by FDA to be used for depression and certain other medical conditions, mental conditions. And that's
Right.
what allegedly Musk is using it for. He was open. Don Lemon did a two-part um, interview on him. And that was one of the questions Don asked him right out because he had talked about it. And you'll see if you go through the YouTube, you'll see um, you'll see Musk days that he was higher than a kite. But it doesn't work well for ketamine. If you use a ketamine and heroin, which a lot of people um, mix together, then yeah, it'll work on the heroin. So that's it.
Oh
I
Lord.
guess
Well, you know what? This is very informative, and I'm so glad that you and I. This is so special to me, real Mama Fifi, because I'm the younger generation that tried crack. You're the older generation that tried crack, and we both got off, and we are living. joyful lives, and we have testimonies that we pray that reach anybody that may be going through it, that may have a family member going through it. So, it's always been my pleasure to acknowledge and show pay homage to the queen of the villages, that are around the world, and you are a part of that village. And I thank you for
Oh, thank you, girl.
seriously.
Miss, go ahead. I'm
you
sorry.
know we can joke and hang out and stuff, but when it's time to get serious, we buckle down and we really love on each other. And I can truly say that you've never told me something wrong, and you've never told me something that I couldn't use. And I just want to thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. And just as you did, others in the chat should do because it's free. And like I say, if something happened, you would want to have it. You don't want to say, damn, he done nodded out and you can't bring him around and I didn't get that Narcan. It's free. Like I say, some people's doctors will order, it, but you go to places where it's a lot of high risk activity. I cannot think of that place, but the one in Philly, they got the whole
Is it like
open.
a community center?
It's like an open air drug market. People be walking around bent over. That's yeah. It's worse than I think when the troops came back from Vietnam. So I'm telling my age, but and then it was a surge of heroin users from Vietnam. But after I got to know and hear from people what happened over there, I
Is
understand.
it like a morphine clinic?
No, no, it's a community. It's blocks where people bent over. I know somebody in the chat may know. It's in Philly. They bent over. Everybody's using drugs. You can see them shooting up on the street. DC had that for a minute, but they shut that down because they shut it down. It's not like that anymore. There are communities where you can go and buy drugs, but you can't sit out in the street and shoot up. Now, I was told that you could do that in Seattle, I believe. That they have a big problem there with the open and certain drugs you can pretty much use. Well, I ain't gonna get into that, but it might be some people from Seattle in the chat, but everybody knows about Philly. I just can't remember the name, but I think they give them out. They walk around and give them out to people, you know and a lot of people end up having it. So um when their friends go out, they can go ahead and use it. But that's it. It's
Well, you know what?
simple.
I'm so excited that you even brought that up because production is actually about to bring up a video where we can see exactly what you were talking about. They were being trained, and this is in Philly. It says shocking video shows zombie-like addicts at ground zero of Philadelphia's trank epidemic. Let's take a listen and we'll be right back. So this is what they were looking like, y'all.
Yep.
This looked like a movie. Like you said right here. You said right there, standing up, just limp.
Yes. And they bend over
Oh,
so
somebody
when
said KNA.
yes. That's yes. Oh, okay. See, yeah.
KNA.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my
Yep.
goodness. Look at this, Mama Fifi.
Oh, I know.
She outside her
Unfortunately.
wheelchair.
Yeah. They be out there in wheelchairs, canes, rollators, you know. I thank
Oh my
God every
God.
day. You know, that's why I don't. It doesn't bother me when people say they call me a crackhead. I'm okay. You know, I am what I am today because of what I did, and you can't shame me because what it'll be. 35 years on October the 17th since I've been clean. I've been clean longer than some people been alive, probably.
Oh my
Well,
God.
not probably. I know.
They said they never fall.
No, they don't. They don't. They very
That's
rare. When they
wicked.
fall, yeah, and you wonder how they keep from falling.
Man, that's a wicked drug.
Yes.
Look, Mama Fifi. Look
That's
at
not
her.
bad.
I mean,
Usually it's more
look,
people out there.
and she got in her stance. She over there, maybe she was having a conversation, then she just zoned out, but she can't lay down. Look at him over there. He act like he on the phone, but that's his fist.
That's
Oh
not
Lord.
that's not funny, but it's yeah, I've seen whew, yeah. Kensington. Yes,
Then look at
K and
him.
A. Kensington. That's the name of the street. K and A. Kensington. Yes. Girl, the whole I mean, people have businesses and it's like who what customers are gonna walk through that?
Kensington's neighborhood.
They have tore
Wow.
that street up. K and A,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
right.
Prayers, prayers, prayers to the community, y'all.
And occasionally you'll see somebody with their kids. I saw one lady and left her kid and went around the corner. Didn't want her daughter there, but her daughter wasn't safe. When you leave them unattended, somebody could have snatched that child. Yeah, but they out of it. Her shoes still there. Yeah, yeah, they need.
That's a lot.
Can you imagine having to live? I mean, you have a home and that happened. It's always been there, but it's just done got out of hand. Yeah, that drug and that trank,
Oh
it's
child.
yeah.
Get into this. No, go ahead and I'm gonna bring up a news clip because we got some action in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. They shut
You
it
want to
down
finish
in
this
DC
statement?
because, it's the nation's capital and the visitors, they start having a lot of crime with they still have it. People that come there for on bus trips or just to see the nation, they rob them all the way. Even at today, they're robbing them. Actually, at Pride today, is being celebrated in DC now. They actually had someone got shot and a double stabbing. Two people were stabbed in the Pride celebration. I bet money it was them thugs that caught the bus from over the southeast. Hope ain't no southeast people in the chat. But they caught a bus over there. I doubt it very seriously, and it might be, but I doubt if it was a Pride. People come here spend money for Pride. I doubt if they were actually the ones, but yeah, that doesn't normally happen. I've gone to Pride plenty of times in DC and it was very peaceful. But I plan on going. It's next week here. So I'm going to go. I don't go out as much as I used to, but I've started going out more. Um, because I have someone that's encouraging me. She always want to go, so I said, okay, we'll go. So I will be. I might even cam up and take some um, footage when I'm down there. So, or up there, really. I'm down. I'm south of where I live. We're proud to be. So you got the footage yet for
Yes, I got it
Seattle?
ready. Yes, so listen here. Check this out. It was a rug dealer involved in Seattle police. Pew Pew was previously deleted by officers. Now, trigger warning, this is going on in Seattle. Now, what we are talking about is since we are on the topic of, ODing and things like that, and, we do have friends and content creators that are in these places. And so we want to bring awareness and bring education to the audience. So without further ado, here's the article.
Drug dealer who previously pulled a gun on police in Seattle back in jail, accused of doing the exact same thing. We first told you about this story yesterday as breaking news when an officer fired shots at the suspect in Belltown. Today, KOMO's Jeremy Harris uncovered the suspect's alarming criminal record. It is long in the video of when police shot at him in the same area 5 years ago. Take a look.
It was January of 2020. Police are firing at DeMarco Black. Put your hands up! Police said he was dealing drugs and pulled a gun on them before they shot him. Black was hit in the hand. In charging documents at the time, prosecutors said Black posed an extreme risk of violent offenses and, quote, the danger presented by the defendant can hardly be overstated. A judge sentenced Black to 7 years in prison, but less than 5 years later, he was out, and police say he picked up where he left off, dealing drugs with a gun in Belltown. On Friday, officers tried to arrest him again within a block of where they shot him 5 years ago. This time, police say Black ran and pointed a gun at them again, and one officer fired, but the rounds missed. The officers arrested him and took him to jail.
It's a very dangerous day. I am thankful that no one was hurt.
So given his history and the allegations here of pointing a firearm directly at 2 officers, and that firearm was loaded when recovered.
In court, Black didn't come into the courtroom as prosecutors asked a judge for a bail of $300,000, citing their concerns about his history of gun and drug charges. A judge agreed.
The court is going to go and set bail amount of $300,000.
His defense attorney said Black is a single father who works to support his family, but police say he was a felon with a gun selling crack in Belltown.
Belltown, Helltown. This is a no-rules playground.
Andrea Suarez of We Heart Seattle says the latest shooting here is disappointing but not surprising in the neighborhood.
If you walk down 3rd Avenue and overhear conversations at coffee shops, it's like, which shooting, stabbing, or window bashing crimes are we talking about? And the residents are fearful to go out.
Seattle police say they will release the body camera video from Friday's shootings.
Didn't she say it was free? Because I'm almost certain it's not illegal to use drugs in or to possess drugs in Seattle. It's somewhere on the West Coast. I'm certain it's Seattle where they can use openly, and they do be walking. And you will forget that you're in America when you see people out snorting, shooting up, on the street. I mean, it's not even, they don't even prosecute them. Maybe if they see you selling right out and they got time, but most of the time they don't bother because it's a misdemeanor and they're going to be out, a jail. It's just a waste of taxpayer money according to the city. So they don't prosecute them.
Child, it's given that he's an informant. It's given that he's an informant because he's out here allegedly selling rugs, right? He got into a pew pew, scene 7 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever they said, and now you're back out doing it. So it's an epidemic everywhere. We just have to be alert. We have to be aware. We just never know what's going on,
That's true.
And Real Mama Phoebe, we've made it to our hour mark. I try to keep my lives to an hour. I know people like to do like 4 and 5 hour lives. I like to keep them to an hour so people can come back and watch. What are your closing remarks on the topics that we discussed on this evening? Sound off.
Well, I just encourage everyone to call the fire department or the health department. And when you have time, pick it up. It's free. It's no excuse. If you know someone, it's no excuse not to have it if it's free, But get it. You may not need it, but you never know. Someone else may need it. Because a lot of people OD in the bathroom. I know of a cop that did that in D.C. using the drugs that he took off the dealer. actually saw him in NA. So he's clean now, but he doesn't have his job anymore. So you never know. You can't assume just because people in certain areas that it's not going to happen. It happens. So that's all. I just encourage people to carry it, get it and carry it. If you know how to use a nasal spray where you push down on the pump, then you can do that and call 911. I encourage people to do that regardless of whether or not the person come around. If they refuse help, then it's fine. But at least when the EMTs come there, they will they'll assess him and they can encourage him if he needs, and it's dependent upon what drugs that they're using. That's it. And thank you.
Well, thank you for your contributions to the channel and also to the community. This was an informative. I know a lot of people were looking for me to drag, but sometimes, we got to set that drag aside. I mean, we got into a little bit of dragging in the beginning, but I like to end on a positive note where we are informing our people. Get it right, get it tight, and, you know, sometimes it might be unpopular, but we have to work and help and save our community. On that note, I have to drop you off in Queen City. Until next time, so long.